Hi, it is Tuesday, August 3rd. I am back setting up my classroom for day 2. I don't know why I waited until I was dying of heat from dragging in a cube organizer, which is behind me here, to start this video, but I did, so you get to see me all gross. But my plans for today are to finish up the library. My mom sent me some bins that I mentioned in the last video, and they conveniently arrived last night. So I'm going to put those in the library. I'm going to figure out what to do with the extra bookcases around my room, and then I also want to get a head start on decor. So morning meeting area, which I want to put to my right over here, which is to the right of the smart TV. I need to set up number corner, which is a huge component of our math curriculum. And if possible, kind of just sort out the things I didn't get to sort out yesterday, like the giant pile to my left here of like the mini fridge, tables, the Sterilite drawers. So I'm hoping to kind of just move the big bulky things and work on decor. So I'm gonna jump in now and hopefully check back in soon with an update. It is already 8:23. I got here around 8 o'clock and I dragged this gigantic cube organizer here. This was the 2x4 one I mentioned yesterday. Into the building by myself. I was gonna ask my teammate for help, but I was feeling like a really strong, independent woman. And so I brought it in. So I am going to get started on all these books because that will also make the room look less crowded if it's not having half the desk covered in picture books. So yeah, gonna go blast my music and I'll check in shortly. Okay, just checking in. It is 10:05. So my biggest accomplishment is definitely this library. It looks so good. I am currently working on just cleaning up that back area now. So despite this giant thing of cubbies, not cubbies, caddies, if you ignore the caddies, you can see that this back corner's cleared out a lot. A former student came to say hi because her mom works here. She helped me get my desk out of the room. So now it's just the horseshoe table that's gonna be my desk now. I also moved a lot of those anthologies and curriculum books that I was showing yesterday, the big red ones. So I'll flip around and show that in a minute. So I have a few more things to move and then I'm gonna finally jump into some of the decor stuff. I am hoping, like I said, to get number corner done, which is our huge math setup. And if I can get that done, I'll feel really good because there's a lot that encompasses number corner. But yeah, just been jamming out. Might switch to SVU soon. But there's just a lot of stuff in here. And I didn't really think I had that much stuff. And now I feel like purging my classroom. So maybe that'll be day 4, just the purge of 1A. All right, I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna start organizing. Okay, this is my 3rd time trying to make this video. I have used the tripod on my desk, on a chair, and every time it's literally recording my chin down. I don't know where I'm messing up this angle. So long story short, this is the end of day 2. I got a lot done in the room, but I feel like I could have gotten more done if I wasn't talking to my teammate. But at the same time, I probably only spent 25 minutes or so talking to her, and everything we were talking about was about classroom setup and decor. So it wasn't even like I was sitting there chit-chatting and wasting time. I was working and figuring out what I wanted to do with my room. And also bringing the really big cube organizer in this morning took more time than I expected because I had to shimmy it across the grass, then bring it into the building, slide it all across. It was a whole, it took me like 20 minutes to get it to my room. Anyway, I did get number corner done. My entire library is set up. It looks awesome. I got rid of the gigantic pile that was next to my horseshoe table. My teacher desk is gone. I took all the extra desks out of my room. I organized and then reorganized all of the student books from our curriculum. So they went to one new home and then went back to their old home, but in a different way. My classroom morning meeting setup is put together. One of the biggest things I still need to do though is print. I have a lot of different things I need to print, whether it be worksheets and decor and posters, and I think I'm going to take a couple of pictures of areas that I want to put big cardstock letters that I'll cut out on my Cricut and laminate. I'm thinking I want to put something above our student display wall where they have their work, so I want to find something nice to put up there. Then I have a kid president quote in my cabinets already that I haven't taken out. I need to hang that up. And I have a big open wall by our barista, or like high top table, whatever you want to consider it, bistro table, is that the real name? That I want to find something to put up there. I have a couple of posters in my cabinets. Long story short, I'm here by the cabinet. So this one here above the soap is full of miscellaneous things that I need to organize. And then this large one, one side is all shelves, and that really needs to be organized. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow. Tomorrow's my last day in the building until Friday. So, I mean, only Thursday's technically my day off. So I'm going to try to get a handle on book bin labels as well. There's labels that are gonna go on the back of the book bin, on the back of the books, and then a label that goes on the front of the bin itself. So I'm going to work on that, printing Cricut letters, and postcards. Those are like my 3 big things I need to work on outside of the room, but to go inside the room, if that makes sense. So because I've recorded this 3 times, I was supposed to leave 15 minutes ago. This version is the shortest version I've recorded so far, but I'm gonna just quickly go around the room, take some pictures, take a video, and then get my butt home because I'm so hungry and I want to eat lunch. So this is the end of day 2. I had a lot of success getting the labels out of the first column, and I tried a little bit here. It turns out there's about 5 layers worth of labels here. So, calendar for number corner, this math area is set up, and then there's lots of room here to put posters and vocabulary cards. I moved around this corner a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it like this, but I have this rainbow card here. I have to take the extra things out of the drawers. They're actually gonna end up going over there when I have bins for each group, because last year I was using these drawers for groups. But this is that I'm Done choice board that I've been working on. And so these cards in here, I'm going to put like maybe a draw number or something like that, and put little numbers on here with my Cricut. And then if it's something that's 2 of the same, like these are both right, when they open it up, it'll just be like lined paper, let's say. And these color by codes, you know, I'll stick those both in the same drawer because there's more than 10 activities on here and some of them duplicate. Bistro table, I kind of like it in the corner by the sun. I'm not sure if it'll stay here, but I like this. I don't want to get rid of this bookcase. It's a good bookcase. It's a school one. It's big and it's metal and it holds a lot. Like the shelves are pretty tall, and they are adjustable, but they're pretty tall as is. So I'm gonna keep the iPads on top because the cords have to be accessible, but I have this idea of using these cable clips, sticking the cords in them at like a decent length, like there's, I don't know, almost a foot here. I'm gonna hot glue them to the sides because the cords are this big ugly thing and I'm not a fan. Morning meeting area, everything is on right now with gummy tack so that I can move it, except for the calendar that had to be put in with push pins because of the weight. I'm not sure if I like that this is taller. So I may even slide the calendar over, put those cards underneath the calendar, and that way it's a little bit more accessible for the kids too. And then this can be the same height because this is all gonna move over a little bit. So I'm considering that. I got this table back, which is really cool because I wanted an area big enough to have my dock cam and my laptop, and then the kids can easily come up and put something underneath here. And then if I'm sitting here, my back isn't to the class. Also, I'm going to be putting carpet spots here. I'm imagining the kids have to be about 3 feet apart. So I'm just waiting on that direction before I put those Velcro circles on because they're a little bit of a challenge to get off. Library is done. Physically it is done, but I need to put labels on the front of each bin, so like book bin 1, book bin 2, and then on the back of each book, I'm going to have a little sticker that matches what's on the front. So I didn't want to put them on the front cover of the book because I just didn't want to ruin the cover design. So the back is not a bad alternative. I'm also thinking of getting a pop-up hanger from like Walmart or something cheap, just to put these balloons, these pillows, and these are not balloons. I'm thinking these drawers will be used for centers. That way I can differentiate as needed. Like maybe my 2 lowest groups will have any of their centers in these bins, while my 2 higher groups will have their centers in this or these 2 bins. This tub, I don't really know what to do with it yet, to be determined. Those trays, last year I used them to differentiate centers because I was using these drawers as just space dividers. But if possible, I'll use the trays again, but if not, they can just go in the cabinet until I find a use for them. Undetermined if I want this here or not, but at least it's in a central location and it's not too far from, what's the phrase that I want? It's not too far from this table. But now that I'm thinking about it, this smart TV moves. So I guess if I pull it down, I just have to pull this table out a little bit, but I'll normally probably keep it at this height so that the whole class can see. I brought the milk crates over here with our weekly level readers. So there's 2 units in each. So 2, 4, 6. I like the rainbow cart here. And then the telephone is at a good height because this year I'm introducing a receptionist job. I didn't really do much with the decor other than hang those 2 little signs. And I probably didn't even need to hang them. I hung the calendar up, have not touched anything from the Target dollar spot, but I need to empty this soon because I'm going to repurpose this milk crate to be a filing cabinet because I have hanging file folders in that brown box, and then I can get rid of this filing cabinet. So it's kind of just a order of operations here. Mini fridge is plugged in. Oh, by the way, this whole area is obviously clean now. There's not a whole bunch of things. My teacher desk is gone. All of these cabinets, except for this one, is not organized. So the rest of them are organized. I ended up reorganizing how the red books were in here. And then my teammate gave me a really good idea to put the current ones in the mailbox. And then that way, again, central spot, grab it, you're good to go. I don't even want to show you what this cabinet looks like. It is not good. It really needs to be organized, but because this was a cabinet that I could lock, I shoved a lot of things in here that I normally wouldn't have shoved in here. I have so many extra containers now, which is a blessing. I'm going to wipe this off one day and redo it. And I think we're back over here. And if I didn't say this the first time, I want to put a quote up here about their student display of work. But yeah, quick view of the room.